Yo, what's up? Torero, pin to submission, Wrestlmania pre-show edition. Let's do this. What's up? WrestleMania's in like a day or so away, and I figured I'm gonna do a WrestleMania pre-show edition with my predictions, and then we'll do the post-show afterwards to see how my predictions fared out. The last PLE, what was that, Elimination Chamber? I got all of them right. It was kind of a predictable PLE, but I still got them all right. So let's see how I do with this one. I'm gonna use my little cheat sheet on my phone because I have it all written down, and there's so many matches I don't want to miss any. So night one, we have 7 matches, and in no particular order. We're gonna start with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. I think this is going to Rey and Dragon. I think what's going to happen is Andrade, who has been kind of coming into the Judgment Day layer, and Dom keeps trying to talk him about being a Judgment Day member, and if you help us out, you'll be a full-fledged member. I don't think he wants to be a full-fledged member. I don't even think he wants to be a member of Judgment Day. I think he's going to come out. He's going to come out. Dom's going to be like all excited, thinking he's coming out for him. And then he's going to side with Rey and kick Dom's ass. Like, kind of sucks for Dom, you know. I mean, he had his WrestleMania moment last year with his amazing entrance, but I think Andrade is going to cause Dom to lose the match. That's just what I think. Next, I can go with, we've got Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair, the EST, versus Damage Control. I think because we have a return of Naomi coming back a couple months ago at Royal Rumble, Jade finally wrestling, I think they're giving it to them. It's kind of just a predictable match, because, like, give them their WrestleMania moment. I just think that match is going to Jade and Naomi and Bianca. That's just how I think it's going to be. We're actually going to do the next one on my list later. We got Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Yeet or no yeet? Yeet. Of course, straight up yeet. We're going with the Jimmy Uso. No, that's Jay. I said Jimmy. Oh crap! I meant to say Jay. Oh, I've got to fix that. I've got to fix that in my predictions. I meant to put Jay. Oops. I just think they're gonna give it to Jay because Jay's, I don't know. Maybe Jimmy is right. I was never an Usos fan when they were in the bloodline together as the Usos. But now that they're split, I like Jay so much more. So I still think Jimmy's got this. We got the Intercontinental Championship match with Gunther and Sami Zayn. As much as I don't want to say this, Gunther's winning that. I really, really, really hope I'm wrong with that one, and Sami Zayn wins it and is the champion. But they're riding high on Gunther, and they're not. I don't see Sami Zayn being the one to dethrone Gunther. That's just what it is, to tell you the truth. The next one we'll go back up to the one I was looking at before. The 6-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Last week on Raw, Michael Cole made a big point that the match isn't over until both sets of the belts are retrieved. They're splitting the titles. They're splitting them. I think the Awesome Truth is gonna, I think the Awesome Truth is gonna grab probably one of them, like the SmackDown belts, and then someone's gonna come up and knock them down before they can grab the Raw belts, and then the match is gonna continue, and then I just hope, I don't think it's gonna be like this, but it's what I want, is Finn and Damien to grab the other ones. I don't want them to be I can't say stripped of their belts, but I don't want them to lose the belts, but I think splitting the belts is right. Thing is if Awesome Truth gets the belt, Judgment Day gets the belt, one of them's gonna have to go to SmackDown. I think they'd send the Awesome Truth to SmackDown. Either way, it's getting split. Judgment Day, Awesome Truth. That's what I think. Next we will have Rhea versus Becky for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. Can't see it, but that's up there. Boom. Rhea's winning that. I don't think they're giving it to Becky. Like, she hasn't had good WrestleMania matches lately. Like, she lost last time she had a belt at WrestleMania. I think they're still gonna let Rhea, I don't know. Yeah, I still think they're gonna let Rhea win it. She's getting married soon, so who knows, maybe, and she is injured. She's not injured, but she has, like, her wrist is aggravated, hence why she's in the cast. Unless Becky wins it, which gives Rhea time for her wrist to heal, and she's getting married. But I don't think that's the case. I definitely think Rhea's winning it. And so the next match is a match that it bugs because it shouldn't be the headliner. It's the headliner, I get it. I know why. But it shouldn't be the headliner because the rules are the winners of the Royal Rumble matches headline WrestleMania. So women night 1, men night 2. So Bayley and Io should be night 1 headliner, but they're not. They're on night 2. We won't get into that too much because I can talk about that for a lot. But headliner for night 1, we've got Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. If Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins wins it, the Bloodline has to stay out of the match on night 2. If The Rock and Roman Reigns wins it, it's a Bloodline rules match, night 2, which means everything goes and the Bloodline can be there. I think the Bloodline got this one. Or not the Bloodline. Well, I guess so. You can call The Rock. But I think Rock and Roman are going to win night 1. Just so it gives a story and a build-up and that triumph to Cody when he wins night 2. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I think The Rock and Roman got that. So, yeah, my picks are Dragon, Lee, and Rey Mysterio, Jade and Naomi and Bianca, I still think I'm going to go with Jimmy, honestly, to tell you the truth. As much as I wanted to say Jay, I think I picked Jimmy. I think my brain subconsciously picked Jimmy for a reason. Gunther, we've got Judgment Day and Awesome Truth, we've got Rhea, and we've got The Rock and Roman. That's my night 1 predictions. We'll see how that is after night 1. Night 2's predictions, and I've got to pull that up. And hey, while I pull that up, I just want to let y'all know this is a little bit of like an advertisement that I'm going to put in this here. We all know I am a big Kitty fan. If you don't know me that well, I am a big Kitty fan. Everyone else who knows me knows I'm a big Kitty fan. Today, they released the second single of their upcoming album, which we have a name for. It's called Fire. They did an interview with Metal Hammer recently, and it just released. In the interview, the album's named Fire. I don't know who caught that. But their new song just came out today, and it is so epic. It is called We Are Shadows. It is, I can't get enough of this album, this song. Eyes Wide Open, their first song that came out for the new album a couple weeks ago. Now We Are Shadows. Kitty's back, and they are on fire. And at the end of this video, a little pop-up comes up. It's gonna have the new We Are Shadows video. So, if you like metal music, you know who Kitty is, or you don't, click it, watch it, give them a like. Anyways, back to, and here's the thing. If I was a wrestler, if I ever became a wrestler like I had planned on when I was a kid, they would have been doing my theme song anyway. So, hey, it is what it is. Back to WrestleMania Night 2 predictions. So, announced just this week, which I'm kind of glad, because Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins lost their match to be in the 6-man tag for the, or 6-pack challenge for the tag team. It sucks that they got shafted again. Like, I think Angelo and Montez deserve another run at the belts. I believe Montez deserves a push. And so it sucks that they were going to get shafted and not be at WrestleMania. Well, the other night, I was going to say Adam Pearce, not Adam Pearce. SmackDown general manager, I can't think of his name all of a sudden, anyways, announced that we have a 6-man Philadelphia street fight. The Pride, which is Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, versus the Final Testament, which is Karrion Kross and the AOP. I'm going to the Pride because, again, I'm just a big Street Profits fan. Like, they get the push, so I'm going with the Pride. Plus the way that they've been fighting back and forth, I think Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits got. Bobby Lashley got kind of shafted last year too for WrestleMania. He was supposed to have a match. Didn't happen. We all know why. It was supposed to be against Bray Wyatt, and Bray was sick. We all know now it was COVID. And he just didn't have his match. So it kind of sucks on that. But I think the Pride's got that. Next, we have AJ Styles versus LA Knight. LA Knight's first WrestleMania. Because of LA Knight's first WrestleMania, and is how high they're writing LA Knight to, and how popular he is. That one's going to LA Knight. Then we've got the U.S. Championship match. Logan Paul versus Kevin and versus Randy. Triple threat match. This one's hard because I like Kevin Owens, but I am so excited Randy's back. And I know they want to put a belt on Randy, or Randy at least needs a belt. They deserve a belt. He deserves a belt. I picked Randy. It kind of sucks because in wrestling hierarchy, like, you've got the championship belts, and then back in the day, you got the championship belt, and then you have the Intercontinental belt, and the U.S. belt is like number 2, and then you had the European, you had all those other ones, but now it's just that one. I see the Intercontinental belt with more prestige than I see the U.S. belt. And so I would prefer Randy to have the Intercontinental belt, but he's not on Raw, so he has to go for the U.S. belt. I just hope that it gets taken off of Logan Paul, because he's a part-time wrestler and doesn't deserve it and is ridiculous. Like, it's cool though, like I said in the past podcast, because Logan Paul, Bad Bunny, they're not just celebrities that want to wrestle and they're there just to have fun and, oh, I'm going to have a match here and there. Like, they actually train hard at the PC to get this stuff down. I just don't like that Logan Paul has the belt because he doesn't deserve it. So I hope he loses that and that goes to Randy. Next, we have the women's belt with Io and Bayley. Like I said, this should be headliner for night 1, but we won't go into that. I think with all the build-up, they're giving it to Bayley. I think Bayley deserves it. It's time. That belt has kind of overstayed its welcome in Damage Control, and I think this will be Bayley wins it. Damage Control is going to try to help Io. They're going to fail, and this is just going to show Bayley that she deserves it. Then we have Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. This is hard, because if it's just Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, they need to give it to Drew. And I will say Drew 100%. Like, WrestleMania is a place to have belt changes. Have some belt changes at other PLEs, yeah, but I think WrestleMania will be the event to have these belts changed. Now, the question is, we've got Senior Money in the Bank Damian Priest. Now, if he loses both belts on night 1, I fully support and can see 100% a cash-in on night 2 during that match. Or after the match. Do we see it during the match and it turn into a triple threat? Or do we, one, see Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, and Seth wins but is injured, Damian comes out and cashes in? Or Drew wins, then Damian cashes in. Thing is if Drew wins, I want him to have the belt for a while. I don't want Damian coming in and cashing in right away and taking that belt away from Drew, because Drew deserves it. So if it's just Seth and Drew, I'm going Drew. If it's a triple threat with Seth, Drew, and Damian, of course I'm going to go with Damian. Of course. Why not? It'll be interesting to see what happens night 1. I think what happens night 1 with the tag belts will fuel what Damian Priest does on night 2 with his Money in the Bank cash-in. Because if he loses both his belts, Mommy retains, she's not going to be happy that the boys lost the belt, and she's going to want something done. And she will hint to Damian Priest that he has that Money in the Bank contract still. Now, there's theories going out that that contract's not in his briefcase. That contract is in the original briefcase that Finn Balor has. Or that's the rumors. Finn Balor kept it. Because then he's going to go and cash in. And Finn Balor will take it from Seth Rollins. But I think that's a little outlandish. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it kind of depends on what happens night 1 with the tag belts. On what I think Damian will do with night 2. I don't think Damian's going to try to cash in against the next match, which is going to be for the Undisputed Championship for Cody and Roman. Like I said earlier, I think Roman and The Rock are winning, so then it's going to be Bloodline rules match, which means we'll have the Bloodline interfere. We'll probably have other people interfere. I think we'll see Cody's wife in the ring, maybe, or trying to interfere. But I think it's going to be the Triumph, and we're going to finally have Cody Rhodes win. At least I want Cody Rhodes to win and take the belt off of Roman, and then we finally have another full-time champion. Part of me thinks, though, that Roman's going to win because they're going to let him go against, and I said this previously, I think they're going to have him pass Hulk Hogan's record, which should get us to SummerSlam, and then he'll lose the belt. But I just really, really, really hope Cody wins. So yeah, that's my night 2. Night 2 only has 6 matches. Night 1 has 7. And so again, we're going to go with the Pride, LA Knight, Randy Orton, Bayley, Drew, and Cody. We'll see how I do on those predictions. I don't think I'm going to be 100% like I was for Elimination Chamber. But we'll see. Now, there is other bonus questions that people have asked, like, will Logan Paul use the brass knuckles? He's going to try. Of course he will. Do we think Damian Priest is going to cash in? Again, like I said, yes, maybe. It just kind of depends on what happens the other night. Rumor is MJF from AEW. He's not going to appear. I don't think Stone Cold or John Cena is going to show up. I don't think there was any other questions that were gifted. Yeah, that was it. No, yeah, there was. John Cena, like I said, I don't think John Cena is going to show up. He kind of already did his time. Oh, does Dustin show up? Cody's brother. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. No. It kind of just depends because he's under contract with AEW, so we'll see. We'll see about that. I said yes just to say yes, but we'll see what happens. Trish Stratus interfering in the women's championship match. No, she's done. She's out of there. Chad Gable attacks Sami Zayn after the match. Yes, I think maybe that might be how Sami loses. I don't think Chad Gable should take the belt off of Gunther either. Just so you know. Yeah, and I don't think John Cena's showing up. So those are my predictions. We'll see how they go. Do another podcast next week or the week after. We'll kind of give it some time. I always like to see what happens on the Raw after. Although last year's Raw after wasn't the best. Like, it wasn't the best. We'll see what happens with WrestleMania. It's 2 nights. I will probably... I don't think I'll be live on any of my social media platforms for it. Just enjoying it with the family. So let's see how my predictions go, and we'll go from there. Okay. Again, yeet or no yeet. I like to say yeet, but I think no yeet. And again, the video should be popping up here any second now. Go check out Kitty's new video. Peace.